Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zainal Abidin. I am here at a very empty Dataran Merdeka. This is our Independence Square. Independence Square here in KL. The time now is 5:45. It's Saturday, the 9th of July, and this afternoon I was there at the entrance to the Stadium Merdeka, where there was a large crowd of demonstrators from these opposition parties. Actually, the call for BERSIH 2.0 is that they want to have a clean, elections. Actually, we have been having clean elections for quite some time. Even in the 12th General Malaysian elections, which was held in March 2008, the elections were so clean that the opposition managed for the first time in the history of Malaysia to win over 5 states: Kelantan, Kedah, Penang, Perak, and Selangor. Kelantan has been under the opposition state, under the opposition party, or Parti Islam Malaysia. Used to be the Islamic Party of Malaysia. Now they have dropped their demand for an Islamic state, and they are claiming to be working towards a welfare state. So they are no longer an Islamic party. They have already made a loose pact with the Democratic Action Party, the DAP, which is very strong against the setting up of an Islamic state here in Malaysia. In fact, the current chairman of the DAP, very seasoned veteran lawyer by the name of Karpal Singh, he issued a statement in 1990 saying that if we want to set up an Islamic state here in Malaysia, we have to cross his dead body. The thing is that, I tell you frankly, nobody really bothers to set up an Islamic state, because even in Kelantan, it has been 20 years now. The Islamic State is just that. It's just a statement. Alright, they still have all kinds of sin. They still have all kinds of wrongdoings taking place there. And instead of being totally an example of what an Islamic State should be, we still have all kinds of sin taking place in Kelantan. The thing is that we are Malaysians. We are very peaceful people. We have been living in peace. We have Malaysians, we have Malays, we have Chinese, we have Indians, we have Punjabis, we have Orang Aslis, the native people, we have Sabahans and Sarawakians. In fact, Malaysia is sort of a mini United Nations. We have hundreds and thousands, if not millions of foreigners who come to seek employment, to seek jobs, to seek business here in Malaysia. And these people who are demonstrating today, they have caused the police to be all over. You can see in the background, we have our Federal Reserve units, we have our police officers over there, and this Independence Square, Dataran Merdeka, is a very historical field. At the site here is the Selangor Clubhouse, and we have the Bukit Aman, the National Police Headquarters right behind me here. I'll show you the shot later. The thing is, these people are claiming that the election process here in Malaysia is rotten. If it is rotten, please tell me, how can they win 5 states in the peninsula? 5 states. They lost 1 state because 3 of the state assembly people, 2 men and a woman, they declared themselves to be independent, and they turned to support the federal government under the BERSIH National. So I tell you frankly, ladies and gentlemen, all this negative news about Malaysia going to the dogs is just plain bullshit. It's a falsification of news, and only those who do not know how to appreciate our country will go and tell you that things are not good here. If things are not as good, then how come we haven't heard anybody getting killed, anybody getting shot, injured. I saw a few arrests earlier. That was because the police had been very patient. They had given them time until 4 o'clock to do whatever they want, to shout out loud their protest, this and that. But then at the end of the day, the leeway has been given. So until 4 o'clock, the police force, they waited, and then when the time was up, the organizers of the protest, they came and issued the alarm. They told their supporters to disperse. They thanked the police for giving them time until 4 o'clock. But then still there were many curious bystanders and those who can be deemed to be very adamant, recalcitrant. So the police had to do their job. I tell you frankly, how many of our Malaysian citizens appreciate our police force? I spoke to many policemen earlier. They have been here since last week. It's not an easy thing to do, being fully clothed in the police uniform. It's very hot. As you can see, even me myself, I'm starting to sweat. But these policemen have been stationed there, manning the roadblocks, this and that. I pity them. It's not easy. There are some policemen, who are elderly policemen, and they have been waiting there, doing their job for the sake of this country. So to those of you living outside Malaysia, please do not believe all these false news that you see, that you watch, being published online. Okay? I am Zainul Abidin. I am Mahaguru58, the blogger. Okay? I am also the pro tem president of this Muslim Bloggers Alliance. Because we are bloggers, we don't have to set up office. We can do our thing online. But one of these days, when I have the funds and the means, I will do that. But for those of you who do not know the real news, then please watch the footage that I took earlier, and I will be publishing them in my YouTube account. You're most free to email me and ask your questions at mahaguru58@gmail.com. Alright? So I tell you frankly, Malaysia is a very peaceful country. It is only some idiots who do not know how to appreciate the peace that we have. And these are people who can't wait to take over power. We have elections, general elections, 5 years once. And why not wait for the general elections? Go and vote whichever party you want. If the party wins fair and square, so be it. You are the government of the day. But until that happens, you have to abide by the laws of this nation. We are a nation where we have laws. Laws which every parliamentarian has passed in the Malaysian parliament. This is not some third world banana republic. No. We have our kings. And I'll tell you frankly, the Malay kings are a very tolerant lot. The kings of today. Our kings do not, jump to conclusions and make any hasty decisions. No. The ruling current Yang di-Pertuan Agong, he's a man of few words. But only recently he asked even these BERSIH organizers to take into account the hardship that such a protest puts on the people. There are lots of business that have been closed for today. It is not good to spoil others earning a living. So even those people who come and join these demonstrations, I tell you frankly, if I were to go and interview any one of them, they wouldn't be able to give a good account of why they are here. But anyway, it's already 5:50, and most of them I think are on the way home, except for a few who will be spending their night in the police lockups. That happens all over the world, whether in America, whether in England, Australia, you name it. Those countries have their own laws in place. And in fact, from the footage that we see on YouTube, the way that the policemen in America handle those protesters, I tell you, we are a very lame nation. The policemen there in America, they really kick ass. So, to the people who are watching this, I want you to appreciate our local police officers. They are very good, decent people, and as long as we don't break the laws, they do nothing to us. So only those who are lawbreakers have to consider, the implications of going against the law. You break the law, you pay for it. As a police helicopter, monitoring the situation. So I'm going to bid you goodbye. I'm going to wish you welcome to Malaysia. It's still a peaceful country, and it always will be as long as we have the right people running the government. I am not totally pro the government 100%. Sometimes I give them their dues. I take them into account. But then I'm a fair man. I have to appreciate the country which I'm living in, and this is a peaceful country for all races and all ethnicities and all faiths. As long as you don't go and break the law, you're welcome to live your life in relative peace and harmony. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. To every human being who appreciates the finer points of life, I would like to say, earn a living. Earn a living, earn a decent living. Don't look for trouble. Okay? Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I'm going to give you a panning shot of the Dataran Merdeka from this. Thank you. Bye. That is the Federal Reserve Unit truck in the background. The building is the Sultan Abdul Samad building. It's a very historical building. And right in front there, that is the Dewan Bandaraya Kuala Lumpur, the Kuala Lumpur City Hall. You can see the tents in the front, and you can see ambulances at the side, and you can see our policemen there resting in the shade. And that is the 127 years old Selangor Club, Club Selangor. Used to be the place where all these British colonial officers hang out, have their drinks or whatever. And then we have the Kuala Lumpur Children's Library. Alright? And then right before me here is this Bukit Aman. This is our National Police Headquarters, the tower there. Bukit Aman. Bukit Aman stands for Peace Hill. And besides Bukit Aman is the Kuala Lumpur Kuala Lumpur Library. And over here is the world's tallest flagpole. There's no wind today, so the flag is hanging limp. Okay. And then over there in the background, that is the National Museum for Textiles, and behind it is the Complex Daya Bumi. This is the Agro Bank building, and we have a small flag here waving, fluttering. Okay, and this is what is the Sultan Abdul Samad building. The Sultan Abdul Samad building is now the Ministry for Information, Communication and Culture of Malaysia. And that is the National Textile Museum. National Textile Museum. And we have our FRU personnel there in front. And that's the general 360 degrees view of our Independence Square. Independence Square. So I hope all of you who are watching this, you're most welcome to visit Malaysia. Malaysia is a country where everybody can live in relative peace and harmony as long as you know how to conduct yourself. Thank you very much, and may God bless us all.